There are some precautions when providing vestibular input. So if you don't know a kiddo's threshold, then you really want to just start off with just slow, gentle movements. Some kiddos have insufficient vestibular processing system, so if they do, it could take up to 2 hours for them just to show a response. Also, if they have any signs of distress because of their sympathetic nervous system, you really want to assess the frequency and duration, and you really want to differentiate if they're showing signs due to true distress, or if they're just really excited. So some common signs of this may be increased sweating, hiccups, facial flushing or redness, increased flatulence, and also you really want to monitor any facial expressions or behavioral responses. And if you see any of these signs, this is where you want to stop giving them vestibular input and move on to a more calm and grounding proprioception activity to really calm down their nervous system. So there are some guidelines when using vestibular input for kiddos who have seizure disorders. So number one, you want to avoid providing vestibular input if that child's seizure is not controlled by medications and if it is triggered by vestibular input. Number two, you want to use vestibular input with caution if their seizures are controlled with medications, but if it is triggered by vestibular input. So if that's the case, you want to just use linear movements for short periods of time. Number three, you want to, it is generally appropriate to use for kids with seizure disorders, but with modifications. If their seizures are able to be controlled with medications and if it is not triggered by vestibular input. So if that's the case, you want to use linear movements and avoid rotational movements. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put up a swing. So in order to put it up, you need 2 parts. You need the rotational device and then the carabiner on top. You want to make sure that it's like this, rotator device on the bottom, and you also need the rope with the height adjuster with the carabiner on it as well. And when you attach it, you want to make sure the carabiner is up facing this way, otherwise if it's upside down, that's a safety hazard. So I went ahead and put a stool here so I can reach and for proper body mechanics. So you want to go ahead and put it on, and you also want to make sure that there's no wear and tear on the carabiner. And I'm going to also do the same thing and put the carabiner on here. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and remove the study stool. Okay, and then the height adjuster, you want to go ahead and make sure you put it at eye level. All right, and then when carrying the swing, you want to make sure to use proper body mechanics. Make sure your back is straight and to lift with your legs. Okay. And then for this one, I'm going to use the platform swing. Go ahead and bend down with your legs and hold it like this and make sure you squeeze it in between your shoulders. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attach this on. Same thing, the carabiner facing upward. Okay, and then when you put on the swing, you want to make sure the bottom of the swing is at mid-shin of your client, but we'll just pretend like I'm the client. So you want to go ahead and adjust it and put it up. So I'm going to just flip it again. Okay, so that's about my mid-shin. Okay. So right here we have a platform swing, and you can really utilize this for many different things. But the number one thing is providing vestibular input. So if you use linear movements, you'll provide more of a calming effect. If you use rotational movements, it'll cause more of an alerting effect. And also a child can sit on this in different ways. So they can either sit in the center, and this will help with postural control and core strength. It'll also help with, if they're laid and prone, this will help with strengthening. So like strengthening the shoulder girdle, back extension, neck extension, core strength as well. They can even do activities while on here, either in prone or sitting as well. So some activities that would help are like motor coordination activities, like throwing a ball, catching a ball. They can throw a ball in baskets, and that'll help with praxis as well. If the child is able to, and you're able to help them do it safely, they can even stand up as well while holding on. And it'll also provide, help them emotionally regulate if they needed to.
Now to take it off, you want to make sure to watch your body mechanics again. Okay, so go ahead and carry it from the bottom, bend your knees, keep your back straight. Okay, hold it in between your arms. Okay, snap it off. When you put it down, bend your knees.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put up the moon swing. So now that I have this set up with the height adjuster at eye level, you're just gonna bend down with your knees, carry the moon swing. Okay, this is pretty light. Okay, go ahead and hold it like this. And the carabiner, remember to put it upright like this for safety. Attach it on. Right. So this should be at the mid shin of the child that you're treating. Okay, I'm just gonna put this up a little bit. Okay. So this is about at my mid shin. Okay. So this moon swing is beneficial for many different things. A kid can go ahead and sit on here and hold on, and it'll help with strengthening their shoulder girdle, core strength, bilateral coordination, praxis, motor coordination. And the way you can use this is you can use different activities while you're swinging them, so they can even do reaching, and they can hold on with one hand. They can even throw. They can throw balls in baskets, and it'll also provide a vestibular input.
All right, so here we have a scooter board, and this is beneficial for kids to work on their strengthening. So it helps with strengthening their core, shoulder girdle. It helps with back extension, neck extension, bilateral coordination, and postural stability. It even gives a proprioceptive input and also vestibular input, which can help them help them increase their focus and attention. So the way you use this is you want to go ahead and put this down like this, and you want to make sure you have 3 points of contact. So you want to keep 1 foot behind, right here, one hand like this, and then once the kid is on here, laying in prone, you want to keep one hand there as well. Okay, and as they're laying, you want to make sure they don't put their hands forward in front of them, because that can be a safety hazard. You can smash their fingers. And also you want to make sure if they have long hair that they tie it back. So once they're on the scooter board, you can go ahead, once you utilize it and they're done, once you're done using it, you always want to go ahead and place the scooter board upside down like this, just for safety. This is a weighted vest, and this is beneficial for kids with sensory processing disorders, so that may be like ADHD or autism. It gives that proprioceptive feedback, so it gives deep pressure, and that helps increase attention and focus, while also helping with emotional regulation. And the rules with wearing this, you don't want to put it on a kid 3 years or lower. For kids 3 years old and above, you can use only 5 to 10% of their body weight. For teens and adults, you can use 10 to 20% of their body weight, and never have them wear it at night either.
Okay. Hi, Mom. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Hi, Karen.
Say hi to Miss Jasmine.
All right, Mom. So I know she doesn't like to lay on her belly, right? Okay. So I really want to work on having her go on tummy time today, because we really need to strengthen her core, and I want her to be able to extend her back, her neck, and her head. So that's really important, so we can get her crawling. Okay, that's so in order for her to crawl, we need to work on that first. So this is why I brought out the wedge right here. Since it is elevated, it's just to help her lay on prone just a little bit more easier. So I'll have her lay on her tummy with her head up right here. Okay, so whenever we use this, we can always put like some toys in the front, a mirror. But with this, I'm gonna put it on the swing. Okay. And I brought up the swing because I know she gets fussy and irritable. I know she likes to be rocked and swaddled. So that's telling me that she's craving so it's called vestibular input. And so that just means she wants to be moved. She likes being moved because her nervous system is craving that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wedge right here. Okay. Thank you. All right. And I went ahead and just brought this stuff just to motivate her. Okay. This will help her like look up, and then you can even try to wave to her if you want, so she can look up, and then if we can work, and that'll be strengthening her everything.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Come on, Karen. All right. We're gonna start with slow and gentle movement. Wow, yay!
Good job, Karen.
Okay, looks like she likes it so far. Look, Karen, look at Mom. Look.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
You're doing great. Good job.
You see the ducky?
Look here, the ducky.
Good job. Yeah, so since she is moving and she is getting that movement that she wants, this is why she's calm while she's on her belly. Okay. So we'll just keep working on that until she's able to crawl.
Okay.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Okay, also, at home, you can go ahead, if you can try to put her on her belly for tummy time. But before doing that, you can either give her like just some squeezes, because even though she's looking for like movement, she's also looking for deep pressure. Okay, that's why she likes being swaddled. Okay, that'll help like regulate her.
Okay.
Okay. And another thing you can do at home, if you don't have something like a wedge, you can even place like a towel, anything that will elevate her a little bit, just to help her. And then in the future, we can move on to just the floor.
Okay.